Alright, well, there's no other way to put this other than fucking whoops. When I was working on upgrading my printer, I basically added a buck converter to power my Raspberry Pad, Raspad 3 tablet. This is what is running Klipper for my main printer. And I just wanted to have it powered off the printer itself. That way I didn't have to, have an extra power supply and stuff hanging out there. And despite triple checking stuff and everything, very last step, soldering cables up, I mixed up the polarity and toasted this thing. So what I actually toasted was the battery charge controller. Sorry, really long day. Which is a CN3763. I have a buddy who actually has one of these as well running his printer. We found them locally for like a pretty good deal. So we got them both for the same price. Cheaper than the Raspberry Pis inside, actually, which is pretty sweet. But because of that, basically, I have a picture from his showing the orientation and the chip number, but I also did email the company that does make the Raspad 3, and they were able to provide a part number and schematics, so that was pretty cool. But we are going to start taking this apart. So I've already removed the SD card and several screws that requires first. And actually, let's punch back out. So that's already done. Cable disconnected. Power's been disconnected for a while. Alright, so yeah, you can see right there the toasted chip that I'm talking about. Totally obliterated. So that's what we need to replace today. So yeah, I'm going to have to pull all of these connections out, and we're going to pull the board out of the actual housing. That USB cable is very stiff, so it'll last. Let's do that as the board out. Small flat flex. Here, about 30. Let me see the display. Let's put small 30 on. Wait, small 30 on and I use the Alright, so yeah, it seems like this thing doesn't have great reverse polarity protection. But I'm hoping that it's basically just shorted to ground, stopping it from booting up or anything. And just replacing that component is all I'll have to do, and hopefully it's not actually dead. The motherboard for these is like $35 US, nothing too crazy, but if I can fix it for the couple bucks in parts, why not do that? So LED 3. Oh, no, there we go. Flat 3D. Display on the bottom as well. And also, the instructions there. Alright, so we have a board out that goes with that. So there's our board with our bone charge controller. I didn't see anything else is damaged on the back here. No, there's some flex there. Okay, so I will grab some flex and some solder because we'll everything's charge controller. Alright, so very long, late day. This is fairly deep on the bench, but we will see how this goes. So I believe pin 1 is on the upper right of this. That is way too much flex. Alright, so we've got our old chip removed. Okay, so I wasn't recording, but I did clean up the pads with some solder wick. Yeah, those pads all look like they're in pretty decent condition. So, yeah, I have the schematic from Sunfounder of that relevant section. They recommend replacing the main board, of course, but that's fine. So we can see we have a bank of resistors, pin 1, which will be on our far side there. We'll see, this stuff is kind of not great to apply, but I have ample amounts of it right now. And then we'll just hope that the solder mask does its job nicely. Holy fuck, making a mess of that. These are quite tacky from the flux on the tweezers. So that was sticking quite a bit, that wasn't great. But as long as that is lined up more or less, that surface tension should hopefully bring it into place. Okay, this side. And that side's not quite done. Every level one doesn't look super well done. Let's take a close look. That's really not helpful compared to Nikon, honestly. Yeah, I'll try manually. Shouldn't take much. Alright, go ahead and get the back and see what's up. Alright. So I think I'll just find the power adapter for this. And we'll just see if it even recognizes and start charging that before I plug it in. Alright, here we are. 15 volts, 2 amps. So we should see some lights here. Turn on. And that's promising. Seems to be charging properly. No magic smoke or anything. Alright, let's go ahead. Start plugging everything else back in. Oh, that's down. I'm using the cables really honestly. I don't know it. Alright, I'll plug that back in. We got a light. We got power. It does do that sometimes for some reason. Oh, might have to put the speaker in. Alright, speaker's in. Power on. I mean, that's looking like it's fixed. Obviously, no, like, it would be cool if this had, like, a wireless connection to my printer so that I didn't have to run it tethered. I mean, I guess that's just, like, literally a tablet with fucking klipper on it. So, that's kind of a stupid idea. But I've been up for a very long time, and I was running around like crazy all day, so. I think that's a successful fix, though. Just a little charging IC that popped. No real good reverse input polarity protection on this. I should clean the flux off, but I'm feeling lazy today. And it looks as though my klipper tablet is now back up and running. So, yeah. These are quite nice, these Raspad 3s. I don't know if you can still buy them anymore, but if you can get one used, they're really nice. Just because it puts it at sort of like a slight angle because of the wedge shape of this. It just puts it at a really nice natural angle to use it at. The only quirk I don't like about them is that when you do a soft shutdown, it doesn't actually kill power to the whole board. So it will continue to drain the battery at a fairly high rate compared to just standby. Standby current doesn't seem great on these normally. But you can see that's at like a nice sort of slanted angle. That's just a really good presentation. That's sort of waist to chest height for interfacing with your printer. So yeah, that's a nice little repair. If I fuck it up more, I got 4 more attempts. But these, yeah, if you reverse polarity on these, chances are you just need to replace the charging chip.